Anybody who is in like Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, or anybody out there in the country or in the United States, go march to get the NRA to stop giving donations. And it's about gun violence and trying to ban assault rifles, and everything. Go march. I know, like I am, and my mom is. So we are doing it, and there's all kinds of marches all across. There's marches in Washington, Dallas, Austin, Houston. Marches everywhere. There's marches in Boston, and there's one in Philadelphia, and there's one here in Bloomsburg as well. So yeah. So we have turn this thing around. So for the marches for today, my mom has written on a sign. It says, "Middle and high school. Everybody deserves a vote for their lives. You deserve to learn without fear, with safety in schools. Ha ha ho. The NRA has got to go." Then she put hashtag. MSD strong. Margie Stoneman Douglas strong. As you guys know, the Florida shooting happened, and that was bad. And then I put, "It was too many. There should not. It was too many. There should not have been 17. One was too many. There should not have been 17. There shouldn't have been. There shouldn't have been 1." And then on the side it says, "Never running again," because the NRA will never run again after we do something about it. So it's like a march for our lives march, and like there's a whole bunch of people like marching and everything, and you guys should march. Are you ready? Reform Second Amendment now. When is enough enough? Hashtag MSD strong. Hashtag enough. Assault rifles. Well, I mean, that's not an assault rifle, but you got the point. And then, one was enough. One was too many. There should not have been one. And then, there should not have been even one. So that is the signs for when we march. You almost ready?
Yeah.
Because like I'm live. So yeah, you're live. There's been a couple people in and out of the stream. Nobody in it right now. So we're obviously not on marching yet.
Anybody with signs?
What?
Anybody with signs?
Not yet.
Okay.
Probably down there at the fountain.
Oh, I don't think so.
So everybody, we're going there now, or whenever. We're walking from West 9th Street to the fountain in downtown Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. If you guys live anywhere, just go make signs. You obviously look up the March for Lives March. You guys know what's gonna happen. I don't really, because I know what it's about. It's just I'm not gonna explain what everything is about right now, because it's foreseeamente. But yeah, so let's go.
Let's go.
I feel like there's gonna be a riot, Mom. You don't need your purse or coffee.
I do need my purse in case I have to use the restroom somewhere.
Why would you need your purse to use a restroom?
You have to buy something and people don't let you in there. I've drank a lot of coffee.
Okay.
No.
So I don't see anybody. Don't see anybody marching right now. Mom, we're not driving.
Just a minute.
Just a minute, and that was...
I know, it won't be an hour. I said just a minute.
Really? Because you spent 9 minutes. It is a night kitty. Keep the cat. You don't need the coffee though.
The dog wants to go out with us.
He's not going to go with us.
Why?
Mom, I've been live for 10 minutes, and we could have already been out.
Alright. Alright, let's go.
I feel like there's gonna be a riot. What are we doing? This is absolutely ridiculous.
You're fighting for your right to walk.
What? Yeah, we're fighting for
Your
rights.
right to live.
I don't think we should hold up the signs until we get to Market Street, because this street isn't a popular street, you know. There's obviously, you see, there's no cars.
I'll tell them all the... Nobody's allowed to park on the street sign.
Yeah, there's like...
What's that about?
That's because of what's happening today. Nobody's allowed to park on the street. Kicking in. No parking, temporary police order. That's because of the...
No, they're doing something with the street.
Yeah, I know. Mom, everything right here. That's for the that's for the what's happening. Oh, the data kicked in. Yay. Reconnecting, guys. So like, as you see, everybody, there's like there's nobody in the stream, but you guys can watch it afterward. I'm just talking to you guys, but. Temporary police order. If anything, show them the sign. Yeah, I showed them that earlier in the live stream. I was like this. So we are like, Mom, you know that wrestling video with Eli?
Yeah.
That got like 44 views, but it got 1.2k likes. So there had to be over 1.2 thousand people who viewed that, because that was in wrestling season, and it was pretty popular, you know. I'm gonna switch over to the front cam. No parking, crap. I don't want to get anybody's license plate on camera, because, you know, I have a band-aid on my hand because I got a blister on my hand there.
There's no one here, right? Well, nobody's. Well, all these people are old.
Going for broke. Why would they put up signs if nobody would be out there? But
they're doing some renovations in the street. That's because I see all the paint lines in the street.
Yeah. Yeah, all those lines. Oh, hello, Nico, Night of Puppet Productions. Sorry if I said that your name wrong, but basically what we're doing is we're protesting for against the NRA. Mom, explain more.
Against gun violence in schools.
Yeah, against
stricter gun laws.
That's what we're protesting, and there's a march.
I personally would like to see a reform for the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't mean what it's meant, and people take it literally.
No parking, temporary police order. Thing is, like this isn't Bloomsburg in Pennsylvania. It's not. Yeah, it's a small town, but it's not the.
Some of the Bloomsburg Fairs.
Are you against all guns? Well, not
against all guns.
Not against all guns, just like assault rifles. Assault rifles are a weapon of war. They're not meant for like self-defense. I'm not gonna get into too much of a political talk in this live stream. But I'm not against every gun. It's just like assault guns have to be banned for stuff. Oh, somebody commented there's a march where I live. Okay, good. I encourage you to go out there.
That's where I live.
See, I'm getting new people in the stream that I don't even know. But at least I'm doing something productive. I got a lot of support on those school shooting videos. Yeah, like talking about them, like telling you where you could go to talk to somebody about that. Yeah, like my opinion on that. A lot of people cared about that. But we out here, we Gucci. We legit. I think it's more. I think it's gonna be more up at the fountain, since that's more of a public place, you know. But it's from 1 to 3. You know, we're just starting this. I don't know what time it is, but no cars. Okay. See, we got our signs. Run. Streamed for like 18 minutes now. That's like my longest live stream that I've ever had. I personally think it's gonna be a lot bigger up there at the fountain. But I don't see that many people. I'm gonna read somebody's comment. Put my sign down for a minute. Oh, there's a train. I respect all opinions. That is what makes our country great. I believe in owning handguns for protecting oneself. So that's basically what. I'm just reading the chat. People talking. One person talking, rather, but there's people parking. Look, there's people parked in the grass up there.
By the school.
Yeah, by my elementary school. So maybe there is a movement going on. But the only reason I'm live streaming this is because a couple other people are live streaming this, and it's not because I want views or anything. It's because people need to get their message heard and crap. Wow, we've walked a long way. Jeez. So thanks for viewing this. Probably one person I have in this live stream, but I hope you stay. There's not very much going on, but there's people parked everywhere up here, like my old elementary school. More people. You okay?
I fell. I'm alright.
Why'd you fall?
I was trying to keep up with you. And
Don't keep up with me. Who said you ever had to keep up with me? Why'd you fall?
I just told you I'm fine. Best thing is I'm fine.
Well,
we continue.
I'm sorry, everybody. Part of the sign, like the wood part, can't hit me in in my hip. The wood, like, it's just went straight.
I didn't realize that.
That's okay. See, like, you see the people on the sidewalk? See up there with the fountain? Where there's like.
I gotta stop for a minute to tie my shoe.
Alright, you do that. So we're gonna stop. I'm gonna put my stuff down for a minute. Obviously, live streaming this was a great idea, but there's see, there's cars. I think they're for the protests. Not sure. Ready to go?
You have to tell people that I think generally Bloomsburg is a conservative district. Conservative, rural, probably Trump district.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
you
like.
have to be careful. Even my boss is an NRA supporter.
Well, whoever's for Trump, I don't want to get in. Like, I don't want to get to a very. I don't want to get into a. Like a conversation that's gonna be bad. I just want to be supported.
Let's have change for kids. Let
Yeah.
them learn safely in school.
Because
They
it,
deserve the right.
like it's
The
gonna,
right to vote
like,
for these
yeah,
gun laws.
it is going to like destroy kids' career. You know, they're like event parking.
Event for what?
I don't know. Well, I would just keep walking. That's what they told us to do. Don't try to keep up with me, because you're gonna fall again. I think.
I guess I'm worried about the fallout, you know? I'm worried about somebody's gonna say something. Oh, the NRA is good.
Well, I thing that I'm worried about is if we go up here and there's like a riot going on and like the cops show up and all this crap, like what's gonna happen then?
Yeah, I mean, where does the line stop?
No, I'm talking about here, right now, at the rally, not.
Where does it stop?
Well, that's not necessarily.
Why is it okay for guns to be in schools?
That's not necessarily what I was talking about, but
Okay.
I was talking about if there's a rally up here and then it turns into a riot and it gets physical. That's my problem. But anyway, in other words, if you guys like were wondering where I was last night on YouTube or what happened last night, like I said I was going to like a dance and crap, and I did. It was fun. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Kia Soul.
No comment.
No comment, because it was a Kia Soul.
No comment.
There's like the same color. They are the same color. I feel like we're doing this for nothing.
Are you dealing with the conservative Republic fascist rural central Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Most of them. They're not this.
Well, why are we? There's nobody up here. This is what makes me mad. There's nobody up here. Like, nobody up here, bro. I would go now. Well, it'll be history. Like the shooting will be history, but it's bad. Like
In the bigger cities, it makes more sense.
Like
it should make sense everywhere.
Well, there's 106 shootings, let alone like not even school shootings. 106 shootings altogether. Not even school, not just school shootings. All the shootings. That's out to 106. Yeah, I wish I was on a bike. What the heck? What was that? Somebody's just yelling. Ale hail. You see that thing on the tree?
Yeah.
What was that for?
That's for they're pumping for
maple. Yeah. So 127. Watch your step, Mom.
I did watch that one. That was pretty obvious.
But that's like Grandpa falling over and hitting his head on a tree one time when he was walking the dog. That's literally what happened. I hope that this wasn't that wasn't a hoax.
What?
Wait, I wonder what that was back there at where the train was
Yeah.
with all those people.
Or are you thinking that we're in the wrong place because nobody's here?
No, they said to go up to the fountain.
Maybe Lee's up here.
I wonder what that pink sign is about up there.
People don't have guts.
I know they know.
Those people up there, like, we'll hear the cheers.
Yeah. I hear them. I'm keeping my sign down until I get up there. What year riots? I hear people talking up there.
There's a what?
I said I hear people talking up there.
I thought you said there's a pump up here.
I said I hear people talking. Watch the step up there, Ma.
Oh, shall.
Like I seriously, I hear people up there talking. You hear the cheers?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there.
Is it?
Yep, people with signs. See, like whoa.
Wow, beautiful church.
Yeah. Nobody steps on my church and nobody steps out of church in my town. From the Ghostbusters. I hope this doesn't turn into a riot. Yeah, there's people. Lots and lots of people. What do we want? Change. When do we want it now?
What do we
No,
want to change?
Crap. I'm gonna turn this off now. See, that's good.
Everyday American citizens are
going to be a
marching
riot.
all across the country at this moment. This is why we're gathered here today. We're gathered here to send a message to our lawmakers that it's past time that our schools become safe and to get out and vote, because using your voice as a citizen is the only way that we can demand that these changes occur. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate everybody coming.
Woo!
All right. Man, it's good to see everybody. It really is. My name's Denny Artley. My lovely wife, as you know, is one of the organizers and done a great job, and you have made it what it is today. Thank you, both, and anybody else in the Romney area. I will say, this is a democracy, what you see here. Okay? So we may not care for it, but it is our democracy, and thank God for it. I do want to tell you that there is approximately 67 deaths a day in this United States due to the misuse of guns of all kinds. I'm going to go down through some of our more noticed and notable, sadly enough, shootings in this country, starting with Virginia Tech in 2007, where 32 lost their lives. In 2012, Sandy Hook Elementary, of all places, no place is good, but of all places, Sandy Hook lost 28 kids. In 2016, Orlando nightclub shooting, 49 people perished that day. Las Vegas shooting at a concert, 55 people died in 2017, and we know now that in Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, 17 people, that was 15 students and 2 faculty members perished needlessly due to the misappropriation of the right to have a firearm that should be not legalized. I am a military vet and a graduate of Bloom High School system, and I can tell you that even though my wife and I were away because of my business for 30 years, this is home, this will always be home, and we need to defend our homeland. Thank you very much.
Have fun.
Nice sign.
Hey everyone.
Hey, NRA has got to go.
In regard to that, I may disagree with what you have Now what we're going to have is an open mic time, and you've probably heard of StoryCorps on NPR. A lot of times people don't know what to say, and I think tell your story. Whatever your story is.
Come over and stand with you. So here I am.
Invite the young people that are here in our audience, any students that might, personally be able to express to us how they're feeling in this situation, whether in school or in college. What I'd like to encourage everybody to do is to tell the story. Instead of trying to get antagonistic with other individuals, say, I know you might have a different opinion than I have, but this is why I believe this. And I think the more reasonable that we can be, the more reason we might see from the other side. So now we'll open this up to anyone who wants to come up and talk.
I'm MJ. I'm a local. I'm an old hippie.
Excuse me. Gentlemen.
Let him sell his guns. That's what he does. He's a gun salesman.
Oh, really?
Can I just ask, for everyone's attention, please? Thank you. The more attention that we give to someone who is looking for attention and to distract us from why we're here, the more damage we do to our own cause.
What?
So I would ask that every single person
Mommy,
here
you want to move up?
focus on the program that we have planned and ignore anything else. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Why are we here? Enough is enough.
Enough. It's enough.
Take it away.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. I was a hippie. I was an early radical. I have voted every time it's been legal for me to do so, and I had to wait till I was 21. That was a pain. Okay? I got political really early, and it's not gone away. But I'm one of the oldest people here. And that means my time for votes and speech is limited. So it's your turn, okay? Get off your young duffs, speak up, and if you're not voting, you have no voice.
That's right.
You get up there.
Why do I have to get up there?
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Maddie, and
Has a gun shop and he sells.
was not expecting this, but I just like to say, every day I go to school, and what happened at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas easily could have happened at Berwick High School, or Bloom, or Central, or Southern, and exactly, or Beth, and that's why we are here. We need change. We are the change. Enough is enough. And these people are just an obstacle in our way. We have to push past them and keep going. Because we are the change, as I said. We need, as you can see, we have so many supporters. He's just an obstacle in our way. So thank you to everyone for coming. It really means a lot. It's so moving to be here with all of you and to be chanting for change. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Michael, you need to step up.
Step up.
Hi. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
My name is Tom Garcia. I'm a native of New York. I've been down here for 37 years, and I felt that I have to get up to speak. I'm not a young person, I'm a little older, and I've seen a lot of history with guns, and I've heard so many of these meetings that we have, but not getting anything accomplished. Now that I am sure is going to change. I watched these people down in D.C. before I come here, and some people call them kids. They're not kids, they're adults, and they're crusaders. And they're leading the pack. And we have to give these people,
All right. Yes.
we have to give them support, like you say, either by voting or even say a monetary, whatever you can afford. It wouldn't hurt anything, that's for certain. I find this problem is so simple to take care of, but with the politics involved and the NRA involved, it's going to be difficult. But like I said, I watch those children, crusaders, I'll call them crusaders, talking today. And if they don't talk like adults, and they got more common sense than any representative that we have in your local people and your senators and your towns. Right. I mean, they aren't doing anything. And I've heard their arguments, why they can't do it. And they come up with the dumbest stuff you've ever heard. Yeah. I've been a hunter and a gun owner for 50 years. So I don't want to get my age away. Don't go like that. But like I say, the most important thing right now, I'm not going to go through the stats. I did have a nephew in Las Vegas when that shooting started there. He was just starting to check into the hotel there, and that would kill 75, 73, I'm not sure. And he come home a little bit shaken, I'll tell you that. He was from New York and he was out there for a meeting. So, but that's that. But the only way, I kind of think of it as root causes. If you're with industry, you want to break down the.
Talk about safety of our children. But you're
Right.
talking
I got out of here. Go. Get out of here. Go.
Hey, go.
You got
Don't engage.
Don't engage, ignore him. Around the back.
Use your
Go
phone.
around the back.
Use your
Go
phone.
around the back. Go
around
around the
Okay,
back.
everybody.
Go around the
Remember
back.
what we went over last time in class. Let's let this gentleman finish his speaking because we have a couple more people who would like to speak.
Michael,
Thank you, sir.
come on, Michael.
Now, I've worked for industry. I was a safety inspector for the federal government. And whenever we found challenges, we would put it on a board, a flow chart, and we'd break down what the problem was, and we'd try to solve it. This is why I say I don't think this problem that we got now can't be solved. And when I talk about root causes, I think the root cause is the automatic weapon. Does everybody agree?
Nobody needs an automatic weapon.
They're talking, well, oh boy, the president passed this about the stocks on a gun. If you didn't have the gun, you wouldn't need the stock.
That's right.
So, I'm not going to make this very long because I'm not going to give that guy the stage. But, like I say, automatic rifle.
No.
Did you know the state of Pennsylvania, you could not hunt deer up to this year with a semi-automatic rifle? Did everybody know that? All right, I didn't see that. All right, they changed. Are we going to change the semi-auto? I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with the semis. We use them all the time in New York. But we went a long ways from 40 years ago from the semi-automatic to the full automatic, and now they're almost like all machine guns that they have. They aren't guns for hunting. And they talk about people, they need safety in their home. If they got an automatic rifle or whatever, or gun, they think that's going to take care of it. If I had my choice, I'd have a shotgun with buckshot and load it to the hilt. And if anybody come through the door, I wouldn't have to worry about one bullet hitting them. It'd be a blast of pellets that would hit them. But these are the arguments that they use. I mean, it's ridiculous. And now I've seen a little article on the TV today, and they're advocating. Here's what they advocate: people trying to sell guns. They say, well, we got this pistol out now that it's really something, really fast. You can dump the shots like a semi-auto. That's what it is. And here's what they say: that if you should have one for your home, and you should have one for your automobile. Now, can you? They had to get a cop down here. Right. They give all kinds of tickets.
Yeah.
This isn't a racetrack.
That's right.
Was it? Probably like the two guys that were falling asleep down there.
Can we wrap yours up? Because we have a lot of people that want to speak.
All right. But on an ending of this, I'll tell you one. This is my end here. I've never been so proud to be an American as I have today. Listen to those people talk. I'll tell you what, they're going to get it done, and we got to help them. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cindy Heisinski. This is my granddaughter, Maya, who is 14 years old and in the 8th grade. The age and the grade.
Folks, I'm sorry for interrupting her, but we do have to leave a pathway open, clear for pedestrians that are coming across and stay up on the curb. The gentlemen were quite nice about it, and we appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Excuse me.
Okay. My name is Cindy Heisinski. This is my granddaughter, Maya. She's 14 and in the 8th grade, the same age as the first class that ran out in Florida, where most of those kids were 14. Wyoming area just had a gun scare where a child wrote on the blackboard that he had a gun and he's going to shoot up the school. Now, they did get the kid. There's rumors both that they got the gun or they didn't get the gun. However, I have 3 grandsons in that school and 1 son that's a teacher. My son that's a teacher had to protect 25 kids in his room, not knowing where his son was. I believe, and it's not a long speech, but I believe their life trumps any life to own a gun. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name's Todd. This is Izzy. I grew up here. I went to Brunswick University. I grew up in a 6th-generation family farm in Winfield, Pennsylvania. In the last year, I've had the privilege to work on a documentary about guns. And in the process of that, I've gotten to meet NRA members. I've gotten to meet kids in Baltimore that are the direct victims of gun violence. And first of all, let me say I'm also a gun owner. And I am very proud of what I see here today in all of you. And the one thing that I've noticed in my talking with everybody is that the more we listen, both to each other and to people that we disagree with, the more power we have. And that a lot of the gun owners, I've gotten a lot of statistics about this, but around 87% of gun owners believe in stronger background checks. And believe it or not, about 70% of NRA members believe in stronger background checks. There's only about 5 million members of the NRA in the United States. They are the minority. We are the majority. And I encourage you, if you have NRA members in your presence, if you have gun owners in your presence, to listen to them, to have them listen to you. Because we are the party of empathy, if you're a Democrat like me. And sometimes we're not always empathetic. Sometimes we want to shout at them because they're shouting at us. And I'd say invite them to dinner rather than shout at them. And in that spirit, anybody that's here that disagrees with me that would like to come over to my house for dinner, I would love to have you.
I'll invite all of you to the range and we can discuss it openly.
I will join you, sir. I will join you at the range. You join me at dinner. But I will break bread with anyone because that's the way I was raised and that's what I believe. Thank you so much for being here, everybody.
This is traumatic in itself. Like I had to lay on the ground for 2 hours.
Lay on the ground, you know.
Hi. I'm a school psychologist in Williamsburg for 25 years. If your kids are in Williamsburg, you might hopefully if you're safe, you don't, but maybe you do. So I can say to you a couple of different things. I know your kids. I've treated your kids. They're great kids. But every population have children who are disturbed, who have issues. And what you're hearing now is government saying, well, we'll just throw more mental health issues, money at them, and then you don't need to have gun control because we'll take care of the problem because we'll give them mental health. Let me tell you, that's a crock of BS. Because in a rural district like this, we'll never see the money, number one. Trying to get mental health here and now is next to impossible if you've got a teenage kid who needs help. But in addition, there is a significant percentage of kids who do have really major issues where they're a danger to themselves or others and they don't show symptoms. 20% of kids who use guns to kill themselves never gave a sign that this is what they're going to do because they're impulsive, because they had a gun available and they used it. That same percentage could apply to kids who hurt others.
Remember all the news articles you've ever read of people killing other people, and the neighbor said, "Oh, he was such a nice guy. He was so quiet." But we never would know. That's the truth. We would never know. So if you're depending on mental health services to take care of this problem, you are mistaken. It cannot do that job. You need a self-referral for the most part, and these kids are not necessarily going to refer themselves. So, if mental health is not going to be the solution, we've got to get rid of the automatic weapons that they use to kill other people. Now, there's a school district not far from here, Blue Mountain School District. Their superintendent has put a box of rocks in every classroom so that if a the kids are supposed to throw rocks at them. Let that sink in for a minute, okay? You have a classroom of scared kids, and what they're supposed to do is throw rocks at the guy with the gun who can shoot like, I don't know, 900 bullets in a couple of minutes. You're right, that's going to do the job. We have to take away those automatic, semi-automatic, and automatic machine guns, which is what they are, so that people who do have take it easy. So that kids who do have issues will not hurt other kids. That has to be a part of the solution. You cannot rely on anything else. Thank you.
You have someone else ready to speak? I would especially like to invite any young people to come up and share what your experiences have been like and what your thoughts are on what we can do moving forward. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Donna. I'm from Danville. I was a school teacher for 23 years. As others have said, I'm concerned about my grandchildren because I have little ones in school. I have 4-year-old twins who told me they had to do the protection drill today and that they were scared. Yeah, that's horrible. But the reason I'm here is in those 23 years teaching high school and middle school at Danville, I had the joy of knowing and getting to know probably 3,500 students. I see them everywhere I go now. I loved those kids. I loved every one of them. But through the years, I had trouble getting them inspired. I taught biology. I didn't teach civics or anything. I taught biology. But thinking back to when we were young in school, I remember very well 1974 when we all walked out, chained ourselves to the front school banner. We made a difference, and I felt that we could make that difference, and I've never lost that desire to make a difference. Here's the difference. Our grandparents and our parents back in 1974, they weren't with us. They weren't rowdy. We were just a bunch of crazy hippies, but we made a difference. So all through my 23 years of trying to get kids to fight for what they believe in walked Emma Gonzalez and her friends from Parkland, and I have never been more proud of a group of kids. The difference is we're all there with them. So it's not a generation, yes, they're going to be the strong ones, but we've got other generations that are still clinging to the need to help them make their difference. So this is out to all the kids, this whole generation that is going to make us wake up and make a difference, who will be voting to make a difference. So power to the kids, because they've got it. Thank you.
Woo! Michael. No.
Are you leaving from the microphone? That's why you did that.
Sorry. First of all, I just want to say how proud I am of everybody who's here, even if you don't agree with what we're saying. It's really, it warms my heart that so many people are here and they care about this. Oh, should I? It really warms my heart that all of you are here, even if you don't believe in what we're all saying. I'm glad that we're all coming together to talk about something that matters to us, and that's really what community is. And that's what makes us heal after all of these incidents. I'm so proud of everyone here, and I'm very grateful that everyone is up here to speak about what we care about. Something that really hurts me is how deeply this has affected high schools, colleges, and every student that I have known, regardless of your opinions on views of guns. It really hurts our students having to go to school anxious and upset. And I'm glad that people actually are taking our voices into consideration. I'm proud of the teachers that stand with us. I'm proud of everyone who will speak up. And I'm proud of people who speak against us, because that only makes us stronger. Thank you.
You need to speak up.
Hi, I just want to thank everyone out here for using your voice to speak about what matters. My name is Nathan. I'm a junior at Bloomsburg University. My name is Nathan. I'm a student at Bloomsburg University. I'm really happy to see all the young people, even the adults, supporting us, because sometimes we feel that no one's listening. But thank you to everyone. 2 years ago, I was at Drexel University before I transferred here. There was a threat to all of the schools in Philadelphia in the West Philly area, saying that someone was going to come and shoot our schools. And so that was really scary, and it's just a reminder that it could happen to anyone. I have a younger sister who's in Philadelphia, and I worry about her safety. I worry about all of our safety. We can't go to concerts, movie theaters, schools without being worried. And this isn't about taking anyone's rights away. It's about asking for change. We don't want to see any more kids affected by this. And even on social media, there's always talk about another school shooting, another one. And so it's just really important that we all are out here voicing our opinion. And students, especially like Emma, really inspired me to come out here and speak up. And any Bloomsburg University students who aren't here right now, I hope you change your minds and come out next time.
Hi, I'm Maya. I'm 14, but I think you already know that. And I just wanted to say that last night when I told my dad that I was going to be appearing here today, his first question was, "You know what to do when somebody starts shooting, right?" Wow. Thank you.
Sad commentary, huh?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Do I have someone else here that wants to speak? Yes. Come up. I have two hands that I see right here, sir, and someone behind you that I just saw a hand. If you'd like to work your way up towards the microphone, we'll try to get you in.
My name's Steve. Don't let it end here. Know your candidates. Vote for them. That's the way we're going to do it.
All right.
Perfect message. I saw another hand. Oh, yes, sir. Come on up.
You know, I'm retired. I was in the military. Served over 20 years in service.
Thank you.
Lived in multiple military installations. And one thing the general public I don't think understands is that on a military installation, every weapon that is brought onto that installation has to be registered, has to be secured in a locker. And these are the people who, I was one of those, we know weapons And we firmly believe that those weapons have to be secured. They need to be registered. The users of those weapons need to be trained. And this is one thing that I'm an advocate of. That those who believe that the Second Amendment is a right, it is also a right for me and all of us here to live safely, securely, without fear from that our children and ourselves. This is, like I said, it's a very emotional issue for me. I apologize for my feelings, but our young people are dying. My granddaughters who would possibly have this happen to me. It's a hard thing for me to feel about it. So that's what I had to say. Thank you.
Okay, who else would like to say something? You? Hi. I don't... It's stupid that we even have to talk about this. This shouldn't be a question anymore. We shouldn't have to ask if we need to keep our children safe at this point. It's just... It's completely nonsensical. We are more important than you owning an assault rifle. You shouldn't even... It doesn't... We matter more than you having a gun in your home. It's not a question, it's a statement. We matter more. And I don't want to just become another statistic. You want to add something? Okay. And we'll get to you. Okay.
If anyone here has social media, Snapchat actually released a filter for the March for Our Lives. And it would be really, really beneficial if you could post it online with the filter, just showing people you stand in solidarity. Thank you.
I just want to say, as an elderly adult, I admire you kids. Oh my gosh, go for it, do it. My generation of teenagers have more around. You can do it. You can do it. Stick with it. Do it.
Thank you. Okay, who else would like to say something? Here, I got two. Let's get the young person here real quick, and then we'll go to you. You're also very young.
We have to clear the law when you're walking on the outside.
I'm Madison Gilbert, I'm 15. I'm sorry. And a few weeks ago, all of the schools in the entire United States were going through. Oh, sorry. A few weeks ago, there was this threat for all the schools in the entire United States, and I remember that everybody in my school was terrified. We all were near the doors at all times, and everybody was thinking of ways to hide and to just do anything to stop it. And it was really scary, and I don't want to be scared anymore. Yeah.
Thank you. We don't want you to be scared anymore either. Go ahead, ma'am. Come on up.
Hi, I'm Cindy. I taught in Danville for 37 years. And when I first started teaching, we had every door open in our school that people could come and go and parents could drop things off. And it was a lively place. And then since Columbine, things changed drastically. In fact, I went to our administration. We started a program at our school to stop violence at that young heart. And we requested that we would have metal detectors. And I asked and I begged and I was laughed at because I wanted metal detectors to save our kids. We had many times that we went through drills But then we had an intruder come into our building. And it was the most petrifying thing because kids didn't know really what to do. They, can I go into the girls' bathroom if I'm near it, if I'm a boy? Can I go into another classroom when I'm not assigned to that classroom? This fear that we're on the kids' faces and on the adults, the teachers that are there to protect them. Because we're told as teachers, you do not open that door once it is closed. You are to keep it closed because you do not know if that is an intruder, someone to come in and shoot the rest of the class. So we are taught and we went through protection, but my students still didn't know. I told them every book that is in my classroom, you can throw it. Aim it at them. Every computer you have, you can throw it at them. But you know what the response was? Am I going to get in trouble if I throw that book? If I break my computer? Our kids should not live in any fear when they walk into that door. Every school should have a state-of-the-art metal detector. Not a state-of-the-art football field, but a state-of-the-art metal detector. My husband and my son have a gun, and it is put in a safe spot. Our society, when I was growing up, every neighborhood, every neighbor, every parent was responsible for all the kids in our neighborhood. We kept a watchful eye. Our kids are so sucked in with media right now. It is not only our rifles that we need to be concerned about. We need to be concerned about closing our kids' doors on them and saying, that's your bedroom and you don't need to go in and check on your kids. We need, as parents, to walk into their rooms and check what do they have in their rooms, because depression is here and we need to be aware of depression. We need to be aware of suicide and their inner thoughts. As a community, we need to be vigilant in listening to what our neighbor has to say, what our kids have to say, and don't say it can't be my kid. Because if our kid can have problems, and we need to be vigilant and be aware that we need to take action. If a school says we need a referral for a guidance counselor, or that we need to have mental depressions, we need to be aware and say, it's not my kid. Because our kids can have problems, and we need to be active. We need to be listening. We need to be aware. We cannot be on our phones and not be active parents, or not be active teachers, or active social workers. We need to be vigilant about all our kids, because we got to save them. It's not only protecting them from a gun, but we need to be aware of all their social actions on the media, social media, on songs they listen to, because these kids are sad, some of them, and we don't have the money for depression programs or health programs for them. My thing is, I don't want to see kids in my classroom were so fearful. They huddled, they were crying, they were saying, Mrs. Boomer, I'm going to die. I don't want to hear that on any kid. I want our kids to be safe, but I want a community to listen to our kids. Our kids are our future, and they are the most loving thing in our life, and we need to protect them.
All right.
Bryn, come on. Hey there, thanks for everybody coming out today. My name is Bryn Lewis, and I'm a mom who's concerned about my kids' safety, and I vote. And I encourage you all to make sure you're voting. But I want to one-up here, because I was concerned, and I ran for school board, and I now sit on school board. So if you're concerned, you need to not only step You need to step up. You need to show up to public meetings. Okay? Express your concerns. We are listening. Run for office. Okay? I don't have like a political science degree. Okay? I'm a philosopher and a nonprofit professional. Okay? We need people voting. We need people talking. We need people running for office. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's just take one moment to remind everybody that we do have voter registration forms over at the table over here. Is there anyone that's not registered to vote? I'm looking at some young people, but I'm looking at some other people who may not be. Do we know when the primary election is?
You guys should be.
Oh, this is like a quiz.
Yeah, young people should vote.
May 15th. Okay, so we do have an election coming up. You have until April 16th, I believe, to register. So I just want to remind everybody of that. Is there anyone else that would like to speak?
No.
We have, I got multiple hands around me. You want to speak, say something, sir?
I hate to think about that old called sir. My name is Ed Zajac. I'm from Burke, Pennsylvania. Is anybody here from Burke? Thank you for coming out. I just wanted to make one point, if I could do it. We have a lot of support here. This is only the beginning. We're not going to lose this one. We're not going to lose this. This is just the start. We're going to keep on going. We're not going to lose any of you. We're coming back and we're going to do this all over again, as long as it takes, as many as it takes to win this.
Okay, I saw a couple other new hands. Yes.
No. Why do I have to get up there?
I noticed a lot of kids and teenagers here, so I wanted to thank you for being here. I participated in the national walkout at my school, and as I was there, there was a lot of teachers who were glaring at us for standing up and for having an opinion. Lunch ladies walked by saying we're ridiculous for standing up, for having an opinion, for being here, for doing this. I walked into the office as we were about to get suspended, and secretaries were talking about us behind our back. We could hear them saying that we were insane for being there, for doing that, for risking suspension. There were only 14 of us, and we were in a school of 400 students. I'm scared of being here. So I wanted to thank everyone who is here for standing up. We have an opinion. This is the first step. This will help us. We need gun laws, and that's the point of being here. Thank you all for being here. I'm so proud of you.
I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to speak if they want to. Yes, young lady, come on up.
If they want to, please. Would you please?
So I'm 13,
No.
and because I'm 13, I've been told time and time again that I'm too young to have an opinion, that I don't know what I'm talking about. But guess who has stayed up and done their research? Who has stayed up and formulated opinions? Who's been planning to go to this very march for ever since I've heard of it? I just want to thank you for giving me an outlet to express my opinions and for backing me up. Oh my God! Like Evie over here. Love you. She has the guts to say what she believes in. And I hope that I can inspire other kids out there to have an opinion and to believe in what they believe in and to vocalize what they want to vocalize. No. And keep going.
You know.
We have another student. Oh, sorry. No, she's not raising her hand.
Oh, no, I'm raising my hand. I'm not a student.
Oh, you're not a student. Okay, come on in.
I just wanted to say that I work with young people every day as a middle school teacher, and I was not one of the teachers glaring at the students who wanted to walk out. I stand with you guys, and I don't want to go to work every day and have to cover drills about how to teach my students how to save their own lives in the event that an intruder comes into our building. I don't want to send my little girl to a school like that. And I have never been more sure that these young people are all about change. The young people in our world today, if you're here, I'm talking to you, and I just want to say I'm proud of you, very, very proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves.
Okay. Who else do we have that hasn't had a chance to speak yet? Okay, no, Paula, come on up while we're just, like I said, work your way up if you would like to speak.
I just wanted to say thank you for everyone, and particularly thrilled all the students that are here and that are speaking out.
What?
And I know some of you weren't here when I was speaking. I want to say that Moms Demand Action, as of 3 weeks ago, has sprouted a new group. It's called Students Demand Action. And so if anybody is interested and would like to join us in Central Pennsylvania as we launch Students Demand Action, I'll hang out right over here. I have a way for you to sign up and be notified of what we're doing, when we're doing, and how you can become involved in this movement. Thanks.
Thank you. So yeah, please sign up. We also do have a registration, couple registration sheets going around for this event. If you'd like to stay informed on other things that we're working on and lobbying efforts, because those are going to be coming up as well. Who else would like to speak that we have not heard from? Oh, there. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm originally from York County, out in the boonies, where it was 30 miles for a policeman to get anywhere near us. I grew up in farmland. Everybody had guns. But 30, 40 years ago wasn't the climate it is now. I'm concerned about everything. And just like as we were getting ready for the big snowstorm, I live in Shamokin now, which is having its own batch of problems. My husband and brother-in-law's hometown. And I keep thinking as we were getting ready for the storms, that emergency preparedness involves everyone and everybody. And it includes government agencies. It includes knowledge about what to do if you're out of power, or if there's a flood and how to get by. It also includes taking care of your own family and teaching them preparedness and how to just get everybody through. I grew up and still am friends with a lot of people that believe that the Second Amendment is the only amendment that matters. And I do my darndest to be the voice of reason and to not cut them off. I get angry too, I'm human, but we have to stop the us versus them mentality. We all have children in schools. I don't. Actually, I don't have my own children, but I have a large extended family. It takes a village to keep everyone safe and to stand up for everyone's amendment rights, all of them, including peaceable assembly and free speech. Our schools should be sanctuaries, places to learn and grow, not places of fear, not fortresses. We need to take care of each other again. Go back to talking rather than fighting and shouting all the time. Love. Teach love. Stop bullying, including the NRA, who is one of the biggest bullies now. I'm married to a former hunter. I'm married to a hunter who stopped the NRA years ago because they became more about bullying their agenda than teaching responsible gun ownership. My husband hunts, we eat venison, we love hunting. We're all for sportsmanship. But sportsmanship in a school sport and sportsmanship of someone who owns guns are the same thing. You don't need a huge gun to you're not eating the meat if you're using an AR-15 on a deal. You don't need all that. We regulate our cars, we regulate, you can buy, it's easier to buy guns than it is to buy Sudafed at Walmart. That's ridiculous. We regulate, not all cars kill people, but we have car regulations. We need to be reasonable, responsible, and listen to each other with love, not hate. Schools should be sanctuaries. I don't want to live in the Wild West. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Mary
whole life. I was in high school when Columbine happened, and I've spent my entire career worrying about the day that I might have to figure out a way to protect the children who were in the schools that I was working in. And it's a very scary thought. I've walked policemen through buildings to check lockers for bombs. I've seen the terror and the fear in our children's faces. And these children here have never been in a school where it wasn't a reality that there were school shootings. And I am tremendously personally proud of all of you young people for what you are doing, because you are leading us. You are showing us the way. And America needs to be shown the way. And your generation is doing it, and I couldn't be prouder of you, and I think everyone here could not be prouder of anyone, of their own children, than we are of all of you standing up for yourselves, for your friends, and for the future. Thank you.
Woo! Okay, thank you. Who else do we have? Okay, we have a couple people who wanted to add something. Did you just want to say something? We have a couple people who wanted to add something, but I want to make sure that everybody gets at least one chance to speak if they want to. So then we'll go back around. Yes, sir?
Hi, my name's Quinn. When I was 6.5 years old, I lived in Atherton Hall in Penn State University's campus. Yeah, we are. Well, anyway, 1996, when I was 6 years old, my mom was outside planting flowers, and they had a mass shooting. A sniper lied down under bushes and shot a lot of my older friends. And I remember for weeks hearing a shout come from down the hall when somebody would find a bullet lodged in their book bag or in their textbook. I remember later that day serving sandwiches to the shaken students. And I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I was only 6. But, you know, my friends who were adults to me were running for their lives. My parents were protecting them. And it was a scary time. Anyway, later that same year, my dad got an antique, not working pirate pistol, single-shot flintlock to keep on his desk. A showpiece. It was very nice. We still have it. Anyway, shortly after he bought that gun, he also received a little letter asking him to please accept his complimentary membership in the NRA. That was included, and that they'd given our names to the NRA as a family to be an NRA family. Naturally, he took care of that problem. But anyway, I wanted to thank the hunters and the gun owners here, because it's your voice that's perhaps the loudest. Because the NRA tries to speak in your name, and with the lists that have your name on it, and with the money they raised based on saying they stand for you. So I encourage you, and I thank you all for speaking up, and I encourage more and more gun owners who know that we are not on different sides, that we share this fight for safety, for common sense gun legislation, for things that a lot of us believe in together. And if you can stand up to the people who say they speak for you, that's standing up for all of us, and I thank you.
I think I had somebody over here want to speak.
Hi, my name is Sarah Donnelly, and I'm a candidate for representative in the 107th District. This is my first time ever running for anything, but I decided that because of the way things are these days, I was going to do something about it. And I'm here today to support all of you for gun control. We need to get these automatic weapons off of our streets. There's no place for them in our cities. So I ask you to keep one thing in mind, to get out and vote. Vote for the primaries, vote in the general elections, and please get everybody you know to get out and vote. That's how we make a change. Thank you. My name is Sarah Donnelly. I'm running against Kurt Mosser. I will be a representative in Salt Mines, Mount Carmel, Shamokin, Bravo Township, parts of Columbia County, So please remember, get out and vote. Thank you.
Thank you. That's so important. Okay, let's just make sure we have the sidewalks clear in case anybody needs to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, who else that hasn't spoken would like to say something? Yes. So my 15-year-old daughter was brave enough to get up here, and I was hiding in the back. So I also have a 5-year-old. Oh, sorry. I also have a 5-year-old little girl, and the day when she was born, she had some problems, and we spent a little time in NICU. Okay, singer. The day I brought her home from the hospital was also the day that someone walked into an elementary school and shot first graders. And I held my baby that night, and it was so scary because she had survived so much. What kind of world is it that we live in that she may not see? I may not see her graduate. I may not see her dance at her wedding because someone took her life. After that, I thought the only good thing about this is maybe how can we sit by as a country and say, you know, these innocent little 6- and 7-year-olds were killed, but we're not going to do anything to change. But we didn't do anything. But, you know, this time it feels different. I think it's because of the kids. And I think they're really the children are leading us, and we need to listen to them. And this is the change that we need to make. And we need to move forward, and we can't lose the feelings that we have today. We have to keep fighting every day, because those that are against us will keep fighting every day. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, come on up.
Hi, my name is Bill.
Hi, Bill.
In no particular order, I am an old white guy, a hunter, recovering politician, civil servant. But you know what? I'm here to do a little math. The NRA keeps telling us that they have 5 million members. The United States has 325.7 million people. So they're what, 1.5%? I think we have them outnumbered. Just look around here for a visual. Thank you. Just look here for a visual. All of the people that are here supporting good, sensible gun legislation, and any other guy. The problem that we're having.
Really?
Hey.
Why are they dead?
Dude, what's up? Oh, okay. To continue my thought. I will. To continue my thought. We have people that think they really need a bigger gun. They think that they really need because of their, I've got no better word for it, amosexual leanings. They are requiring us to get smaller and smaller caskets. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you. Yes, come on up.
Hi, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I'm Rachel. I'm 21. I go to Bloomsburg. And I want to tell you guys about my uncle. For the longest time, I thought that my uncle and I would never agree on anything. He is an avid gun owner. He's very conservative. And we always argued about everything. And he would post stuff on Facebook that I always just wanted to fight on. And I was always told it's a lost cause, just you're gonna waste your breath, die. Until I finally decided to actually have a conversation with him. And I discovered we were on the same side. He didn't realize that we were on the same side. While he believes in his right to own a gun, he also recognizes that we shouldn't have semi-automatic weapons. He also recognizes that there should be common sense gun control. I recognize that we were on the same side. So never hear that it's a lost cause, don't talk to the other side, because if you do, you might realize that we all believe in the same thing. Nobody wants dead kids.
Thank you.
Just personally, I would like to give a shout out to all of the students who have come up and speak. I think that they have shown us that even here in our community, the kids are leading the way. The young people are leading the way. A lot of the time, I've seen the young people in this crowd act a little bit more mature than the older people.
Yes.
So I just want to really, really thank them for speaking out and standing up for what they believe and standing up for their own safety, because it could not be more important to do so right now. Okay, do we have anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, I had somebody, yes, ma'am? And then we are going to start to wrap up here, so.
I have 4 kids. One's in the military, and she lives in Germany. She came home a few years ago, and somebody said to her, "Don't you hate it there? Aren't you afraid to travel all over Europe with all the crazy terrorists?" And she looked around the room and she said, "No, I'm more afraid being home here because of all the guns and all the shootings. You're all crazy." She's been over there for 7 years, and she doesn't want to come back because of the AR-15. She gets to shoot guns. She knows how to shoot guns. As somebody else said, the military knows the guns, and they have to lock their guns up. They know it's safer. Europeans and Australians and even the Israelis, who our president seems to love and want to emulate, they know guns have to be regulated. In Israel, they have to have testing done by a doctor. They have to have licensing done every year to have a gun. Their guns have to be put in a locked safe that the police have to come and check every year. In Scotland, the first time they had a school shooting, the first time, the hunters even agreed to have the laws changed, to have their guns put in safes. Everywhere else does it. Why can't we? And if my 25-year-old daughter, who grew up in this climate with the rest of you, can say she doesn't want to come home back to the United States, who she serves, who she signed her life over to help protect, doesn't want to come back here, what does that tell you? That we all need to change it. And it's time. Enough is enough.
Yes, enough is enough.
I just wanted to say it before I told you my son was a teacher, and there were a lot of teachers who spoke here, but he is adamant that arming teachers is not a solution.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, very important addition. Right. I don't want to see any teacher be responsible for anything like that. And the suggestion otherwise is a little scary. Is there anyone else that would like to say something?
I just want to thank all the young people that have done this, that have gone out and just trying to make the older people, the ones that are in politics and things, realize what's going on and what they need. You know, we're not out to take their guns. We just want them to get rid of things like the automatic guns. I mean, what they're only made to kill. They're only made to kill, and they're really not needed. And I think the NRA is treated like a god. It's really sad that people think that that's more important than their children. But thank all the young people for doing all this, and it's very much appreciated. And honestly, enough.
I know Jess is probably going to wrap things up, and I just want to say, yes, registering to vote is important. Voting is more important. If you don't have a way to the polls, contact someone. We do a lot of coordination to try to, I mean, I can't say we can go out and drive everybody, but we'll try to make sure that you get there. There's also, these rallies are important, but there's also a lot of other things that can be done. We do letter writing campaigns, we send postcards, we make phone calls. I think we all saw the success with that with Connor Lamb in the western part of our state this month.
Yes.
That doesn't take huge commitments of your time. We know everybody's busy, so even if they're just little things, don't think that like if you get involved that you're going to be sucked in 100% of your time, because we can use a half an hour of your time. I think that's an excellent point. I think that no amount of time that you can give is too small, and no action that you can take is unimportant. Every little bit helps, and we need every bit of help that we possibly can get. Is there anyone else before we do wrap it up that would like to say something that has not had a chance to speak yet? Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I would just like to give a quick shout out to all of the sister marches, the sibling marches that are going on even in our small area. Ones that I know of: Lewisburg, Scranton, Williamsport, Hazleton, Lewisburg. What was that?
Yeah,
Stroudsburg. Okay. I know the Allentown area had one. I know Reading had one. Does anyone? Scranton. Yep. So these are happening all over. We all know a whole bunch of people that were on buses that headed to DC at 5 o'clock this morning, and every single one of these is important. Linda had a little moment this morning, I think, when she was concerned about how many people would show up. And our numbers have dwindled, which is fine because I understand everybody's busy and it's a Saturday afternoon, but there were an awful lot of people here on this side saying enough is enough and that it's time to make a change. So I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We really appreciate it. I'd just like to close with a few quick statements. 1,400 children ages from 1 to 17 are shot and killed in America every year. Every year. So just doing the quick math we talked about earlier, it was 19 years since the Columbine shooting. 26,600 lives lost before any of these kids even turned 18. 26,600. That's an incredibly sad number. And it can change. It needs to go down. We need to not keep adding to that total. It's on us. We follow all of these amazing kids who are taking the lead, but we have to have their backs every single step of the way. Children and teens are victimized by gun violence in America every day, and we cannot let that continue. Many of you know our town council member, Tony Bell. She brought up a very interesting point as soon as all of this started really going down. For cars, there's an age requirement. You have to be trained. You have to take a written and a practical test. Excuse me. You have to be registered, licensed, and you have to carry insurance. For everybody who drives a car. In America, these common sense solutions and protections have reduced motor vehicle deaths and injuries. So we should do no less for firearms. A Firearms Protection Act is a way to at least begin to solve this problem. Does it solve every problem? No. Is that a reason not to get started? Absolutely not. You may not be able to fix everything, but that's not an excuse for not getting ball rolling. So I just want to say that I really appreciate personally everybody coming out here. I want to turn it over to Linda to just say goodbye for just a second. And again, thank you. If anyone who spoke has a moment, I would like to maybe try to I just wanted to get some more names that I missed, because I was trying to keep track, but it was tough. So if anyone could just meet me over at the table that spoke, I would just like to get a little bit more information from you and make sure that we have everybody accounted for. So here you go, Linda.
Well, I just want to thank everybody. I have been worried right up until about 1 o'clock, close to it. It was easy to get the word, well, it wasn't easy to get the word out, but with our whole group, we managed to do so. But it's hard to know who's going to respond and who's not. So I just have to thank you all, every single one of you, for responding, for coming here, for being heard. and for making this a most wonderful day. The pictures, well, I am a photographer, so pictures will be on Columbia County Indivisible. We are a public site. Anybody can come there and look at the pictures. So again, just thank you. I mean, I was just almost overwhelmed at the turnout. A special shout out to our students who came. We are so thrilled. I do know that if Moms Demand Action, as Paula said, has started a group for students, I know stuff will happen with that group. So try to look for things about that group because they have made so much happen within Moms Demand Action. I am positive that it will be a wonderful experience that you will never forget, and hopefully it will bring change. So thank you all. Don't forget to vote. I know we harp about that. We do need people voting midterms. Again, if you want to register after this event to vote, if you're not registered, we can do that for you in a couple minutes. And if you haven't signed a paper that you're here, please do that. We'd like to have a list. If we have another event, and I promise you that is going to happen, we would like to know who to contact this time and not just randomly throw it out there. This way it will save my nerves. You'll be assured of knowing what we're doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Linda.
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea.
That's it.